I want to talk about the thing that is quietly keeping more women stuck than any bad offer, any wrong price, or any failed launch. Comparison. And not the casual kind where you admire someone's work and move on. I mean the fixation kind, where you scroll through someone else's results and use all of it as evidence that you're behind, that you're doing it wrong, or that maybe what works for her just won't work for you. Here's what I need you to understand about what that fixation is actually doing to your business. Every minute you spend measuring your chapter 2 against someone else's chapter 10 is a minute you could have spent writing your own story. And your story, your specific voice, your specific journey, your specific process is the only thing that will ever attract your specific client. Hey there, welcome back. I'm Tiffany Fulcher, sales coach for women and founder of Convert Her. This is the place where women who are done with inconsistent income come to build a sales system that actually works. If that's you, subscribe and let's get into it. I want to start by getting specific about how comparison actually shows up in your business because it's rarely obvious. It doesn't look like envy, it looks like hesitation. Comparison shows up when you're about to post something and think, she's already said that better, and you close the app without posting. Or it shows up when you drop your price because she charges less and seems to be doing fine. Or it shows up when you abandon a strategy that was starting to work because she pivoted and you assume she must know something that you don't. It shows up in the discovery call when you undersell yourself because you're not sure that you measure up. Every one of those moments is a business decision you're making, and almost every time it shows up, it moves you backward. Because comparison fixes your attention on someone else's outcomes. And when your attention is there, you're not showing up for your audience and you're not closing your clients. You're watching someone else build while your own business sits still. Now, here's what comparison is actually taking from you, and it's 3 things that are impossible to buy back once they're gone. First, your process. Every woman who is successful went through a specific sequences of trials, failures, learning, and refinement that shaped how she sells. That process is not transferable. So when you compare yourself to where she is now, you rob yourself of that process that is actually needed to become the best version of you and get the results that you want. The process is not the delay, the process is the point. Second, it's your exponential growth. When you run your own race, you can go as fast as your capacity allows. Your unique combination of experience, perspective, and approach can produce results nobody else can replicate, but only if you let yourself fully develop it without constantly checking whether it looks like someone else's path. Third, your next sale. This is the one that costs you the most directly. Every hour you spend in comparison is an hour you didn't post, didn't follow up, didn't make an offer, didn't have a real conversation with the woman who needed what you have. Comparison doesn't just slow your growth, it has a daily measurable cost. So how do you actually break the comparison cycle in real time? Not just in theory, but really. Here are 3 practices that work. Running your own race is not about ignoring everyone else's. It's about using others for inspiration without using them as a measuring stick. Inspiration is something like, I love how she structures her content. How could that work in my voice? Comparison is, she has 10,000 followers and I have 400. I must be doing something wrong. One adds to you and one diminishes you. You get to choose which gets more of your airtime. Practice number 1, audit your inputs. There are people you follow who consistently make you feel behind instead of inspired. Unfollow them. Not because they're bad, but because the comparison is costing your business more than your content is worth. Practice number 2, measure against your past self only. Did you show up more consistently this month than last? Did you have more conversations? Did you make more offers? That's the only scoreboard that matters for your specific growth at your specific stage. And then practice number 3, share your real journey. The women who share the messy middle build the most loyal audiences because your ideal client doesn't need proof that someone's perfect can get results. She needs proof that someone who started where she is can get to where she wants to go. Your journey is your most powerful differentiator. And here's what I've watched happen consistently. Every time a woman stops comparing and starts building fully in her own lane, the woman who stops comparing doesn't stop caring about growth. She redirects all the energy she was spending on the other person's journey back into her own. She stops scrolling through other people's wins and starts creating her own. She stops second guessing her process because someone else's looks different, and she starts trusting her own process and her specific way of seeing things and exactly what her specific client needs. And something remarkable happens. She finds her voice completely and without apology, and her audience, the women who are made for her specific perspective, they find her. Your breakthrough is not on the other side of figuring out how to do what she does. It's on the other side of fully committing to what only you can do. So stop looking sideways. Everything you need is already in the lane that you're standing in. If you're ready to stop building in someone else's shadow and start building something completely yours, I want to invite you to my free live training. Stop winging sales, start signing clients. It's free, live, 1 hour, and the link is in the description. I hope to see you there.